Ew, what's going on? Have a seat.
I demand the arrest of Claire Zakanassian.
What? That's illogical, Bill. You can't be threatened by a simple proposal. You can only be threatened by the execution of a proposal. Name one genuine example of someone trying to harm you in any way. Matter of fact, people are on your side about this, Bill. You should be quite proud of the town for the way they responded to Claire at the meeting. I should congratulate you.
I'm not quite so sure, Inspector.
Not so sure.
My customers are buying better milk, better bread, better cigarettes.
Oh, that's better business, though. You should be glad.
Obi, buy up DuPont shares.
Helmsberger's been in buying cognac. A man who hasn't earned a cent for years and living on poor leaf soup.
I'll have a ton of that new cognac. Helmsberger's invited me over this evening.
Everyone's wearing new shoes. New red shoes.
What have you got against new shoes? I've got a pair myself.
You too?
Look.
Red as well. You're drinking Pilsner beer.
Tastes good.
You'd always drink local beer.
Filthy stuff. It's Hagholzer next door. He gotta keep his window shut.
How did Hagholzer get a radio?
That's his business.
And you, Inspector, how are you going to pay for your Pilsner beer and new shoes?
That's my business. Golden Police Station.
Obi, telephone the Russians. Tell them I accept their offer.
Okay, we'll see to it.
And how are my customers going to pay?
That doesn't concern the police.
But it does concern me, because it's me they're going to pay with.
What is threatening you, Hill?
The higher the debt, the higher the standard of living. The higher the standard of living, the higher the need to kill me. All that woman has to do is sit on top of her balcony and wait. Just wait.
You're just imagining things.
You're all just waiting.
You've been drinking too much brandy, Hill. The police are here to enforce the law and make sure everyone respects it. If there's any suspicion that anyone is threatening you, Hill, the police will be on the spot in no time. If there's even no matter what the source is, no matter where the source is, or who the source is. You understand, Hill?
Then explain your new gold tooth.
What gold tooth?
The gleaming new gold tooth.
You're crazy. I have no time for your ranting, Hill. There's crazy stuff going on in that town. That crazy millionaireess has let her little lapdog get loose, the Black Panther, and I have to go hunt it down.
It's me you're hunting down. It's me.
Oh, he's coming. My dress designer's coming. My fifth husband. My best looking one. Even after all these years, he still makes all my dresses. Roby, the minuet, please.
But your fifth was a surgeon.
My sixth. Oh, this one's from the boss of Western Railways.
I haven't heard of that one at all.
My fourth, impoverished. All of his shares belong to me now. I seduced him in Buckingham Palace.
But that was Lord Ishmael.
So it was. You're right, Hobie. I forgot all about him and his castle in Yorkshire. Oh, this one must be for my second husband. I met him in Cairo. We kissed under the Sphinx. It was quite interesting.
I wanted to talk to you, Mr. Mayor.
Take a seat.
As man to man, as your successor.
By all means. Claire Zakanassian's Black Panther escaped, so it's best to be armed.
Sure.
With call of all men who own rifles, and the children are not allowed to go to school.
Somewhat drastic measures.
It's big game hunting. The World Bank president, madame, just flew in from New York.
I'm not home. Tell him to fly away again.
What's on your mind? Feel free, don't burn yourself.
It's a fine brand you're smoking.
A Pegasus, Virginia.
Pretty expensive.
Well worth the money.
Your worship used to smoke another brand.
Sailor's mates,
Cheaper.
but far too strong.
You sure?
Silk.
I suppose you bought a pair of shoes?
I had some custom made in Calverstadt. How did you know?
So I've come to see you.
Are you okay? You look sick.
I'm scared.
Scared? Whatever for?
Living standards are going up.
That'd be news to me. I'd be glad if they were, though.
I demand official protection.
Whatever for?
Your worship knows what for.
Don't you trust us?
There's $1 million on my head.
Apply to the police.
I've been to the police.
And
When the police officer opened his mouth, I saw a gleaming new gold tooth.
you're forgetting you're in Gwellen, a city of humanist traditions.
We need a typewriter, Mr. Mayor. Remington.
It's a go in the office. We've not deserved your gratitude, Mr. Earl. If you're not able to put any trust in the community, then I regret for your sake. After all, we live under the rule of law.
Arrest that woman.
Peculiar. Highly peculiar.
The police inspector said that too.
God knows she's not acting so unreasonably. You did bribe 2 kids to commit perjury and fling her into the lower depths.
Nonetheless, there were quite a few millions in those lower depths, Mr. Mayor.
Let me say a few frank words to you.
I wish you would.
As man to man, the way you want it, you haven't any moral right to demand the arrest of that lady. And furthermore, regret to have to tell you, there's no question of you becoming mayor.
Officially,
It was an all-party directive.
I understand.
The fact that we condemn the lady's proposal does not mean we condone the crime which led to the proposal. The post of mayor requires a certain guarantees of good moral character which you can no longer furnish. You must realize that. We shall continue, of course, to show you the same friendship and regard as ever. That goes without saying. The best thing is to pass the whole affair in silence. I've requested the local paper not to let any of it get into print.
They've already begun preparing my coffin, Mr. Mayor. Silence is too dangerous for me.
But my dear Ill, what makes you think that? You have to be thankful we're spreading the cloak of forgetfulness over the whole business.
You've already condemned me to death.
Mr. Ill,
That plan proves it. It proves it.
An assist will be coming. The prince and the princess. Aga.
Ali?
The whole Riviera crowd.
Reporters?
From all over the world. They need me, and I need them. They have to see me get married. Oh, it's from Count Hulk.
Hope, see, this is our first breakfast together. Unless you spend it reading letters from your former husbands.
I have to keep them under observation.
I have problems too.
Is something wrong with your Porsche?
Small towns like this get me down. I know the lime trees rustling, the birds are singing, the fountains splashing, but they've been doing that for half an hour. Nothing's happening with the landscape or the people. They're all in this perfect harmony of peace and comfort. There's no trace of tragedy or grandeur or the great age that we've been living in for hundreds of years.
Come in.
I don't want to bother you, Father.
Oh, hello, Il. The church is welcome to all. Do not be alarmed by this weapon. Claire Zakanassian's panther has escaped and is prowling around Peterson's barn.
I need help.
What kind of help?
I'm scared.
Scared of whom?
People.
That the people will kill you, Il?
I'm being hunted as if I were a wild animal.
Fear not the people, but fear God. Do not fear death in the body, but in the soul. Sexton, my soutane, please. You are your own hell. You're older than I am, and you think that you know people, but in the end, one only knows oneself. Because you once betrayed a young girl for money many years ago, do you believe the people will betray you now for money? You impute your own nature to others, all too naturally. The cause of our fear and our sin lies in our own hearts. Once you have acknowledged that, you will have conquered your torment and acquired a weapon whereby to master it.
The Ciento first acquired a washing machine.
Do not let that trouble you.
I'm credited.
Rather, you should be troubled by your soul's mortality.
The stalker's a television set.
Pray to God, examine your conscience, go the way of repentance, or the world will relight the fires of your terror again and again. It's the only way, no other way is open to us. Now I must discharge my office. I have a baptism. When little children begin to cry, they must be led to safety, into the only light which illumines the world.
A second bell?
Hear it? Splendid tone, rich and powerful, just affirming life.
You too, Father? You too?
Flee! We are weak believers and unbelievers. All of us! The Gwelin bells are tolling ill, tolling for treachery. Flee! Lead us not into temptation with your presence. Flee! Flee! Bowie, they're shooting.
Yes, madam, they are.
What at?
The Black Panther, madam, it's escaped.
Did they hit it?
Yes, it's stretched out in front of Bill's shop.
Oh, poor little animal. Roby, play a funeral march.
Hello, Il.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you going with that suitcase, Il? Where are you going? Where are you going?
To the station.
We'll take you there.
We'll take you there. We'll take you there.
You don't need to. You really don't. It's not worth the trouble.
Leaving town, Will?
I'm leaving town.
Where are you going?
I don't know. First to Kaberstadt, then a bit further.
Ah, a bit further, you said.
To Australia, preferably. I'll find a way to get the money somehow or the other.
To Australia. To Australia.
But why?
You can't live in the same place forever, year in, year out.
Immigrating to Australia? That's ridiculous.
The most dangerous thing you could do.
One of those two little eunuchs emigrated to Australia.
The safest place for you, though.
The safest place. The safest place.
I wrote a letter to the chief constable of Kafka.
And?
No, it's fine.
Why are you being so suspicious? It's incomprehensible.
No one wants to kill you, Bill.
No one. No one.
The post office didn't send a letter.
Impossible.
Postmaster's a member of the city council.
He's an honorable man. An honorable man. An honorable man.
Look at this poster. Travel south.
What about it?
Visit the Passion Plays.
What about it?
You're all wearing new trousers.
What about it?
You're all getting richer and you all own more.
What about it? Can't you see that
The whole city brought you to the station.
The whole town. The whole town.
I didn't ask you to come.
Surely we're allowed to say goodbye to you.
As old friends.
As old friends.
Well, here's your train, Bill.
Here's your train.
Have a great trip, Bill.
Have a great trip. Have a great trip.
And long life and prosperity to you.
Long life and prosperity.
Well, have a good trip, Bill. And may God be with you.
And good luck in Australia.
Good luck in Australia. Good luck in Australia.
Why are you all here?
Now what do you want?
Why are you all crowding me?
We're not crowding you.
Let me pass.
We are letting you pass.
Why are you guys crowding me?
We're not crowding you at all.
Let me pass.
We're letting you pass.
We're letting you pass.
We're letting you pass.
Someone will stop me.
Nonsense. All you have to do is get on the train and you'll see it's nonsense.
Get out the way.
I don't know what you're trying to do, Il. It's up to you to go. Just get on the train.
Get out the way!
It's simply ridiculous of you to be afraid.
Why have you all come so close to me?
The man's gone mad.
You want to stop me from going.
Go on, get on the train.
Get on the train. Get on the train.
If I get on the train, one of you will hold me back.
No,
No,
we
we
won't.
won't.
No, we won't.
I know you will.
It's nearly time.
My good man, will you please get on the train?
Look, he's collapsed.
I'm lost.
All aboard!